Okay, today we're going to start talking about Objective 4, formulate and use linear equations and inequalities. Number 11. A sales clerk earns $250 per week plus a commission of 1/5 of her total sales. If her sales total X dollars, which equation can be used to determine her total weekly earnings? Okay, as with any other word problem, let's read it again and let's highlight some key things here. A sales clerk earns $250 a week plus a commission of 1/5 of her total sales. If you recall, that keyword of is going to mean to multiply. If her sales total X dollars, which equation can be used to determine her total weekly earnings? As I first start examining my answer choices, I have one here that needs to be simplified, and I'm going to go ahead and simplify that so that it looks more like my other answer choices, and maybe it'll make a little bit better sense to you. So if I distribute, I'll get y equals 250x plus 250 times 1/5, which is which simplifies to 250x plus 250 over 5, because remember when you multiply fractions, put this over 1, top times top, bottom times bottom. We can simplify a little further, and we have 250x plus 50, because 250 divided by 5 is 50. 5 goes into 25 5 times and then the 0. So now, remember this is answer choice A. I'll just write that there so they all kind of together, and we'll see what makes sense. If I want to just start from scratch and ignore all of my answer choices and I want to write an equation representing this data, we need to notice that the 250 per week plus, we can just take this written statement and we can use these keywords and we can transfer it into an algebraic expression. 250 per week plus, let's just try that out. 250 plus a commission of 1/5 of her total sales. And then it says if her sales total X dollars, so her sales are going to be X dollars, so then 1/5 of her sales should be 1/5 of X, or 1/5 X, because that keyword of means to multiply. So I have y equals 250 plus 1/5 X. And let's see which one matches that. Well, A's not going to match it. C won't match it because there's an X with 250 and the 1/5. So B's out. Let's look at C. 250X plus 1/5. Nope, C's out. It's going to be D, the 250 plus 1/5 of X, her total sales. Number 21. The equation F equals 9 over 5C plus 32 represents the relationship between F, the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit, and C, the temperature in degrees Celsius. If the temperature is 104 degrees Fahrenheit, what is the temperature in degrees Celsius? Okay, so let's look at this. We're given this formula here where Fahrenheit is equal to 9/5 C plus 32. It's a conversion. So if we look here, it tells us that the temperature is 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and I am looking for what it is in Celsius. So if I took this 102 in Fahrenheit, 104 in Fahrenheit, and plug it in, just like this, 104 for F is equal to 9 over 5 C plus 32. And if I can solve for C, I have my degrees in Celsius. So my first step, When I try to teach someone how to solve an equation from the beginning, I tell them it's kind of like peeling an onion. If you cut an onion right down the middle and you look at the inside of it, it kind of looks like this where you have layers. And we're going to use this onion to solve our equation, and we're going to treat the variable as it's in the center of the onion. And we can't get to the center of the onion until we start peeling back these outside layers. So here's my variable. Put that in the center of my onion, and I'm going to make my little onion just like that. So I want to work from the outside in. What's farthest away from the center? Well, 9/5 is right next to C being multiplied, so the 32 is farthest away. So I'm going to get rid of that 32 first by subtracting it from both sides. Keep going. 4 minus 2 is 2. 10 minus 3 is 7. Equals 9/5C. Now I need to divide by 9/5 because I'm at the center of my onion, see? And this goes away. I need to divide this side by 9/5. And I do know that most do not like dividing fractions or multiplying fractions, using fractions at all. So let's use our calculator. So I have 72 divided by, and remember to always put your fractions in parentheses when you're using the calculator. That gives me that, perfect. I have a perfect whole number there. So my answer is C equals 40. And they want us to bubble in our answer. So let's do that. I have 40.0, or I wouldn't even have to necessarily put the 0.0, but I would. Then bubble it in. And there you are.